Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Hope you're having a fantastic week. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video here on Thursday to get you everything that you need to know heading into the weekend, and we have got a lot to talk about. Now, last night, we talked about a way to go into the support tab and be able to see how much you have spent, and then I predicted in that video that it would get hotfixed overnight instantly by Plarium, and that's exactly what happened. But then we've also got the new Fusion champion being announced, so we'll go over that. We have got a 10x. I know that most of you are not interested in the 10x's super much, but I'll cover it quickly just so you know what's going on. And then we have also got a guaranteed summon event for Shogger. So we will talk about all of the things going on heading into the weekend and get you in the loop for Raid Shadow Legends. Let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, yeah, when you go into the support tab up here or under the info and you click support, this used to bring up a bar that I talked about last night in the video where it would show a number that was pretty accurately correlating to how much people have spent in game. I got a lot of feedback down in the comment section. Thank you very much to those of you that provided that. But anyway, when you would click on the support tab in the web address bar, you know, where it's got the really long text and numbers showing the address you've navigated to, it used to, over there on the right, it used to have a number correlating to what you spend, which is no longer there. And actually, last night in the video, this address was going all the way over, like, off the page. So they very clearly changed it overnight. And once there were videos floating around the community and stuff, I knew it would get changed because this actually happened a couple of years ago and it was instantly fixed. So a very interesting turn of events, and we did properly predict that it would get hot fixed last night, and that is no longer working. Now, I'm hearing behind the scenes from a few different people that there's still a way to do it if you like turn off your internet or something after you click at a certain point in time. I don't want to like tell you something that isn't true, so I haven't been able to test it yet, but supposedly there is still some sort of workaround that people are able to do with some weird, like, you know, going offline or unplugging your internet at the right moment and stuff like that. But so feel free to let me know down below if you can confirm anything working like that from your end. I'd appreciate it. Now, as far as the summon events going on this weekend, we are getting exactly what we expected, and that is right here on the 3rd. Friday, February 3rd, this weekend is going to be a 10x, and that means next weekend is going to be 2x voids, and the 10x champions that are going to be in this weekend's event are Ursaga Warcaller, Michinaki, Ragash, Herndig, and then the epics are going to be Madame Saris, Stag Knight, Dythe, and Deacon. So this is perfectly normal. They usually do their 10x's with 4 legendaries and 4 epics. Now, people usually aren't very hyped up for 10x events unless they also coincide with a 2x. Or if there's some godly, like there's an Acrisia or a Kymar or something like that, which we actually have had some pretty decent 10x's recently, Krisk during CVC and stuff like that. I see right here a lot of good champions. Like I love Herndig and some of these champions on here, but I don't know that any of them are worth YOLOing for during a like a 10x that's not part of something special, like a Fragment, Fusion, 2x, something going on here in the game. But worth noting that a lot of times these 10x's are a really good opportunity to go epic chasing, which is going to be these champions down here. Now, there is no like composition enabler. There isn't like a Man-Eater or a Demetha or something, but these epics are very good. Stag Knight, one of the best progression epics in the game. Madame Saris, one of the best arena epics in the game. Deacon, one of the best general utility epics in the game. And Dythe is, you know, decent. But those 3, I would say, are really good. So I can understand if you are an early game player trying to give yourself a better opportunity for one of those 3 epics over there. So worth considering depending on where your account is at. But I think the more important part is there is going to be a guaranteed event for Shogger. Now, he is really rising up the board, and he is very good in the Sand Devil Necropolis. So I could see it kind of making sense for people that don't have him and can't really progress very well, don't have a good team in Sand Devil, and have a decent amount of Void Shards from being in a higher spending tier or saving them up for a while. And I'm actually surprised that we got a guaranteed event for a Void Legendary. Because if we pull up the chart, you can see that our last 2 events were for a Void Legendary. Now, I think what could have happened is maybe people didn't pull for Ileal as much as they had hoped, and people didn't really pull for Akamtum. So I think we got like a less than 5% participation rate in the player base on these two events. So maybe Plarium is going for third tries a charm here, and they're going to put Shogger here for 110. Now, it looks like this is going to be the new rate. We were wondering if they only did the 110 because of Ileal being in a new faction like they did with Elva. They bumped up the Sacred event because of Elva. They bumped it up to 20. But it looks like, Shogger is not part of a new faction or anything. So it looks like 110 is going to be the new kind of standard guaranteed summoning rate for Void Shards for Void Legendaries. But, I've got a video that I'm in the works on the last couple days. I think it's going to come out within 24 hours, like by tomorrow morning. And I think it's going to change how you view summoning shards and 2x's and 10x's and all of that type of stuff. So make sure you subscribe down below. That is going to be a game-changing video where we talk about how these different summon events interact and what would be the best choice for you and your account. Honestly, I may pull for Shogger. I think he's one that I would like to have, especially for Sand Devil and stuff like that. I'm going to have to really, go live and chat with people and weigh my options today. But I'd say there's like a 75% chance I may just go ahead and do it and pull for Shogger this weekend. Because I also don't have the Ursaga, who is the Void Legendary in the 10x. So if I pulled towards the 110 to get Shogger, if I get lucky and get one on the way, I've got a boosted chance to get a non-dupe in Ursaga, and then I get a guaranteed non-dupe here in Shogger. The unfortunate thing is we've got a fusion to cover here in a second, and I'm actually going to first live reaction to the fusion. I have no clue what it is yet. I've seen that they posted it, but I haven't looked at it or read anything that anybody said. So let's head on over and get you a live reaction to the next fusion that Plarium is going to be doing as well. So, okay, here we go. This is going to be the next fusion champion, and by the way, it starts on next Thursday, so exactly 1 week from today as of me releasing this video, and I don't know anything about this kit yet. Let's go ahead and live react. So, attacks one enemy, 80% chance you can book it up to 100 of decreasing speed for 2 turns, and it can't be resisted. Oh, we're going to pair with Ultin of the Shell. Okay. Not bad for an A1, but not like, god tier amazing. Heals all allies. This is a 3-turn cooldown of their max HP and increase the duration of all buffs by 1 turn. Okay, it's solid. And then fill the turn meter of all allies by 30%. Also place increased resistance on them for 2 turns. Okay, it is a 3-turn cooldown, so that's good. But so far, I'm leaning towards this being an underwhelming fusion. So let's see what the passive is. Whenever an ally loses 15% or more max HP from a single hit, place a 15% continuous heal on them for 1 turn, and place a 15% continuous heal for 2 turns on the ally that instantly activates if Ultin of the Shell. And then we've got increased ally resistance in dungeons by 75. Okay, so like my first genuine impression is I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I'm probably gonna go for a fusion because anytime it's a non-dupe, especially a new faction, I'm probably gonna be recommending most of you at least try to do it, but hopefully it's not too pricey because I don't see anything in terms of a new mechanic bringing to the game, and I don't see as much general utility as someone like Pythion or Helicath or Brogni or anything like that. So probably something I'll go for, and if you disagree, let me know. Obviously, we still have to test them. We still have to see the base stats and all of that, but my first impression would be underwhelmed and definitely not living up to some of the ones that we've had recently with like Nishok and Mighty Uko and Pythion and Helicath. So seems like gonna be more towards like an average or below average fusion or fragment event. So once this fusion is actually live and we get a little bit more of a feel for it, that will be a good opportunity for us to update the fusion's tier list because I think there's a couple things I want to change on here for sure. For now, it's looking like I would probably put this champion, I don't know, somewhere around like Kreela, somewhere over here. But probably I think Vlad's gonna slide at the board with his buffs. Yeah, I mean, like it's a utility support that's probably going to grade somewhere between, I don't know, like a Rosin and Brachus or something, like somewhere in this tier is what I'm thinking, at least until we get on the test server and start looking around at things. But let me know your thoughts down below. And by the way, that is starting next Thursday, exactly 1 week from now. So, okay, that was a lot to cover. Also, CVC just finished. As we dive into the game stuff here, you've got 11 or 12 days until your next CVC is going to be launching. And as far as tournaments and events going on in game, it's going to be mostly normal type of stuff. There's nothing really crazy to cover here in game. There's nothing to like make sure you get done. The summon rush here is going to be kind of a pseudo countdown to when the 10X and the guaranteed for Shogger and all that stuff is going to launch. And I am going to try to figure out if I'm going to be pulling for Shogger or not, but I'm leaning towards I probably will, because I also need to make sure and get a robust Sand Devil Necropolis team still, and I think Shogger would be a fun one there. As far as the shop, I'm trying to be quick because I know we've already got a long video here for the daily raid video. I don't see anything super amazing as far as like a special pack that you wouldn't be familiar with. You know, we need to prioritize preparing for taking down the fusion if it's something that we are going to be making sure that we prioritize. But honestly, I could see some people skipping this. I'm going to host a poll over on the community tab of the channel so that you can voice your opinion on your first impressions of the kit here for the new fusion. And oh my goodness, I only have 53 voids. I might not be going for Shogger. Oh my goodness, this is how they get you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I pulled for the Acrisia 10X. So maybe I won't be going for... I can't spend that much money to get to 110 void shards. Okay, well, we're going to have to see how this goes over the course of the weekend. Because, gosh, I'd have to buy like 60 void shards, which would cost me a ton of money. See, this is how they're trying to get you. This is why they're bleeding us dry on voids. Okay, I might not be going for Shogger. I don't know if I can justify spending that much. But anyway, I am going to get some stuff done around here and then head on over to the live section of this channel. So it would mean a lot and help the channel a lot if you subscribe down below and like the video on your way out. And then I will be hanging out with a few of you over on the live stream here in a little bit later on today. I've been trying to go live kind of like around like early afternoon for Americans, and then like around dinner time for Europeans and stuff, trying to kind of make sure it's, you know, able for anybody from most time zones to join is kind of when I've been settling into my daily live streams. But yeah, I will be over there in a little bit. As always, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.